What is going on, guys? It is Tyler here with the Queeland Farmstead, and today we are propagating out some onions, planting some potatoes, and getting started on a new animal run for a surprise coming this weekend. Let's get to it, guys. Chives or green onions grow in these patches that slowly every year get wider and wider, and you can actually, every single one of these stems or shoots is actually a new plant that will continue to do the same thing year after year. So I brought them when I moved from my last location to where I'm at now in these pots, and these two I had planted on my temporary porch, and I had planted just a little patch. Two little patches, sorry. I had planted just two little patches of these on my front little porch area. That is changing because I'm getting ready to build my deck. But in just a year, it's already propagated itself out to the size that I purchased last year. Last year I purchased one plant and propagated about 8 different plants from that one. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So if you were to go to your local nursery and pick up a thing of chives, you're probably looking at something like this right here for a few dollars. Now, when you purchase this one, when you pull it out, you'll have this root mass. And we're gonna be slowly working and pulling this apart and repotting all of these up. So I'm going to go ahead and prep a bunch of pots, just like I did when we separated out the yarrow. And we're gonna go ahead and get this process started. Alright, now that we got all our pots filled up, we're going to go ahead and separate a bunch of these out. And this, you kind of just want to start... I'm actually going to grab a tray to save all this dirt. It's going to be falling out. But we're just breaking up all the root mass here. Alright, we're going to leave like little bunches like this so that they can propagate themselves out. Alright, now that we have all of these separated out, we're going to plant them in these containers. Let me get my dirt bin back out. And it's super easy. We're just going to make a hole. And then just carefully place our roots in. We're gonna put water in these trays and let it wick into the pots. And we're just gonna let this sit for a while, and while we do that, we're gonna go plant some potatoes. For these potatoes, I actually found these at my local nursery, and they are some sort of purple blue potato that look really cool. It came 5 to a pack and they were just a couple bucks. But we're gonna go ahead and we're going to plant them in a pot because I am currently on wetland and it's really like rocky clay. It's not really loose enough for root type of vegetables, to include potatoes, carrots, radishes, etc., without doing a raised bed of sorts. So I just have a really big, I think this is, I don't know, a 10-gallon pot that I'm going to be planting these potatoes in, and then we can actually control the nutrients that they're getting as well. But it'll be an awesome, it'll also be nice to be able to move this pot with the sun, as I also have a lot of shade and not a lot of full sun throughout the day. So I can put it on a little cart and move it with the sun. But let's go ahead and get them planted. Alright, so it's really that easy to plant potatoes, guys. You literally just take your spuds or your leftover potatoes that even you may have gotten from the grocery store that you just see have started to sprout. You can go ahead, just dig a hole, plop it in, and just let it grow. They can grow in partial shade. I even grew some in full shade last year, and they did okay. They still produced potatoes. They weren't as big, and they weren't as abundant as the ones that were obviously in full sun, but you'll still get potatoes. Now, as for where I am currently standing, I just walked through a future gate. You can see a roof here that I got from my friend Cody up the road for a future animal house. I'm not going to tell you what animals yet, but I am getting 2 animals this upcoming weekend. So if you aren't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so that you are notified when the video goes up, to let you guys know what I am getting. I'm super excited, but today I'm going to be going around and securing the bottom of this run all the way around. There's some spots, because it's uneven, where I need to cut sections of fence and put them into the ground, and other spots that I'm going to be staking with some 3 to 4 foot long stakes, just to make sure that there is nothing going to be picking this up. And at some point, we'll see how far we get today. We're going to be making 1, our gate, but 2, we're going to be cutting down trees, like smaller trees, and running them across the top of the fence, just to give it some more structural integrity, so that if anything comes up, and as you can see, tries to push on this, it doesn't have this give and this bow back and forth. So go ahead, stick around, and we're going to be going and securing all of this and getting it ready for them. Let's get to work, guys. Alright guys, that is it for today. We got our gate finished, we got the house made, we got alfalfa in it. We just got to get a watering trough and the animals that we're getting. So if you want to see what those animals are, make sure you stay tuned for next week. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any episodes to come in the future. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next one.